Alright, so welcome back to this 240p quality filming. Emily's not a technical person. This is my mom, by the way, not just some random person I got off the street.
I'm Brickmania.
She's Brickmania. I don't remember who suggested that. I think it was...
I don't
remember. No, that wouldn't... No. It was somebody else. Anyway, Brickmania, aka Emily, is here. Our minifigure designer at M&M, coming at you live. Anyway, actually not live, but anyway, we're going to be reacting to medieval bricks, specifically the Roman fortress. Now, Emily is not a connoisseur of Brickmania stuff. I'll put it that way. She's never really bought a Brickmania thing in her life. No, I don't believe so. She likes Lego. I mean, when you say you like Lego, but you're not really invested into the prices. You don't look at the prices and piece count and stuff like that. No, you don't dive into that. You just kind of like to sort, and if you like a set, you're like, oh, that's a pretty cool set. But you know, she doesn't really dive into stuff like me and my dad do, aka Dave. So we're not my grandpa. Anyway, but we're gonna be reacting to medieval bricks, and we're just gonna kick off things in this little explainer video about the Roman fortress did by Dan, and also he did a really cool animation. The camera guy was behind this, so we're gonna take a watch, react to it, and then we'll get into the prices, the other pictures, and stuff like that. So, are you ready, Emily? Let's do this.
Well, to talk about the Roman fortress. Whenever the Roman army marched into
so this is Dan Siskin, of course.
They would set up a camp at night. When they went to go occupy a territory,
they're setting up a camp in a night
idea and make it into a fortress. And these fortresses were popped up all over the Roman Empire, wherever the military occupation happened. To give you an idea what the Roman fortress's layout looks like, it's pretty standardized. The features would be stone or turf walls, and it'd always be shaped like a playing card. So you have kind of curved corners. So like imagine a playing card.
Here it goes.
And then at each face, you have...
By the way, I love animations by Brickmania. Please do more animations. I watch every one at least 5 times. Please do more. Thank you.
A gate. Sometimes it's double doors. Mostly it's double doors.
This is one of their sets.
Gate interrupting the wall. And in the corner, you have these wall towers. The wall will just continue around. And then sometimes, if it's a really big wall, they would have them in the middle. Towers in the corners, gates on each face. You'd have one row that always met in the middle with one row that bisected the fortress. And always at the center.
The V Principales.
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 Have the headquarters right here, facing the main gate.
This is awesome.
So this is the Principia. It has a courtyard in the front, and usually some sort of assembly hall for the...
Now see, with all these Roman forts, Roman buildings and sets and stuff, they have tons of custom. So you see those little etchings on the walls, that's all custom printed, what they did. I believe there's more even printing like back in here. I mean, it's just crazy, insane detail. Yeah. You might see that in the price coming up, but let's continue.
Sure. So another feature of the Roman fortress, you have the Praetorium, which is...
Now, a lot just happened there, and I wish they would have slowed that down because it would have been a lot better, but we're going to have to go into our settings here. We're going to have to do the playback speed to 0.25, and we're going to take a look at that in slow-mo because it's pretty awesome. So, right here, we got a ton of freaking detail. Now, you're going to see this in the price tag, but it's so big, like that's a bathhouse.
What's that?
I believe. Horse. Those are the stables.
Like
so Dan actually did a full video. I'm not going to watch that in this video because it's 30 minutes long. But he did a whole video talking about everything. And there's
that a tree?
Yes, it's the courtyard in the middle. It's just insane detail. I mean, everything is tiled, everything is printed to right. It just looks fabulous. And I so wish we could afford this set, but we just don't. So yeah, that's Smokey giving her opinions on it.
She's a little strange.
To say the least.
Just a little.
Anyway, but, you know, there's offices, there's the kids' room, there's just so much. So, you know, what I hope will happen is somebody will have these sets and gladly send them over. Basically, I can rent them, and what I would like to do is do a video with each set, and then send it back to them, and maybe pay them like $50 or $100, whatever it is, because I really want to get my hands on these, but that's the only way I can actually do it. So anyway, but if a fan wants to, please DM me on Instagram. We'll set something up. But anyway, and then you got the second floor. So, you know, there's more bedrooms and stuff. I think these are the servants' quarters, and just I'm just speechless at how awesome this thing is. And then you got the roofs. So we're gonna do this to regular playback, and yeah. They should also really do an animation just on each set to like get all the detail, but also do it in that animated space. I think it would be really cool. But Brickmania design team, hit me up. I got some good ideas. I doubt you're watching this video, but I got a few ideas. Anyway,
The house of either the governor or the fortress's commander. So that would be typically a courtyarded house. This is basically a little bit of civilization brought into the fortress. But if you lived in here, you were.
there's another inside of the shot of the interiors, and just wow. I mean, just a lot of detail, especially for a Brickmania building set, because Brickmania usually doesn't do buildings, and
Basically living in a little slice of.
and then you got even the different shots of here, so just incredible. Emily, your take?
It
Your
really
thoughts?
is incredible. I love the tree in the courtyard.
Yeah.
I just think that it's realistic looking.
Yeah.
Even, like
Yeah.
from here.
They actually did a picture that I'll show you later in this, but it was just really cool.
All the conveniences like indoor plumbing, often indoor heating, underfloor heating. Definitely like a luxurious.
Yeah, Emily, she didn't go to high school, so she doesn't know about Roman civilization. Roman
Don't be telling
civilization.
people I didn't go to
I
high
know,
school.
I know. But you're just shocked at that. The indoor plumbing and stuff, that was a thing in ancient Rome.
Well, thank you very much.
This house.
Do you know that they also had like a water system for the whole
Yes.
town and everything?
Yes,
And
that
how
started
they
in the
did
Indus
it?
Valley. That started in the Indus Valley, yes.
They called them aqueducts.
Okay, I didn't know that, but look, I'm still in the 9th grade.
You'd also have granaries. These being
Had what?
Granaries.
Granaries. Okay.
other essential buildings.
No, it's spelled out right there for you, Emily.
They'd be on the other side of the Principia, or the headquarters. So these are your essential. This is the heart of the fortress. Surrounding the rest of the fortress would either be workshops or barracks. You typically have a cohort of 480 men, and they'd be split up into a barrack group of 80 men. So each one of these is a barrack, and they'd be split up into different rooms.
Quick thing, this is the infamous Smokey the cat. She does not like to be held, so I'm going to do that, but you can find pictures of her on Instagram. Smokey, you're going to bite me. Good. Anyway.
Each one of these rooms would be a tent room, which in the Roman field army would be 8 men to a tent. They'd have 8 men to each one of these rooms. And there'd always be a room on the end that would be the centurion.
Another thing to point out, all of those tiles are printed wood grain elements. So all of that is printed. Just wow. I cannot stress the amount of detail in this set. And this is kind of what I want to do, not like Roman fortresses, of course, but to bring that level of detail into MM&M kits. Because I think it's just great, the direction that they did with this, and I also kind of want to emulate what Citizen Brick did with all their custom kits that are just incredible. But anyway, just side tangent, but those are all wood grain elements,
So
which
it's
is
kind
just
of like
awesome.
buying a laminate
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
It's really very similar.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just really cool, and the table is too, and yeah, spectacular.
You get the biggest room all to himself. These other ones have 8 guys to share in one room. A cohort typically would be 6 of these units. So you got 480 men plus the officers. Other buildings you'd see in the back, down in the sort of the other quarter, you'd have workshops, potentially more barracks. And they would usually exist in places for several.
I'm assuming, I'm sorry to cut you off, Dan, but I am assuming, I'm assuming that they didn't do the terrain work because it took too much rendering power and they wanted to get the animation streamlined. If you don't know about rendering, this probably took hours to render, but I'm assuming I wish they would have done the terrain for everything, but, you know, it is what it is.
Several years, generations actually occupy these things. And sometimes they would tear down these buildings and rebuild more modern versions or just change the location of things. So, archaeologically, there's tons of these being discovered all the time.
Remember that? That's the gatehouse that they made.
And being studied. And they're finding that they've occupied, certain areas had occupation for upwards of 400, 500 years, and the fortress would be built and rebuilt several times during that time. Well, there you have the basic plan of the Roman castrum or Roman fortress.
And Siskin, just have to point out, your drawing doesn't really match the final product, I'm just saying.
It leaves a lot to the imagination.
Oh my goodness.
We're building
I do like the courtyard detail there, though. Very nice.
our own version of this in Lego bricks, and look forward to making additional buildings to add to this as the years come.
Alright, so you heard straight from his words. They're probably going to add on to this. Now, let's get into the pricey side and more pictures and just stuff like that. So, currently, several of them are out of stock. Now, there's 2 that I believe are in stock. Now, we're going to search up Roman because I want to get all of them. But, if we search up Roman, I do know how to spell Roman. What? Anyway, first of all, the Roman Legionnaire. Now, this isn't a set, but $45, which, Emily, she's probably gawking at this price, because most minifigures are typically in the range of $22 to $25 for Brickmania.
Well,
They've been
I'm
kind of going
assuming
on the fancier end.
that all those elements come
Yes,
with it. And
yes,
that
3D
they're-
elements, so...
They're like custom.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
oh,
like,
yeah. I
just for this.
I will have a video out detailing this minifigure. You can go check that out. I'll link into the cards if I remember. Anyway, but $45. Guess how many we got of these?
10.
Unfortunately not. We got 4. We originally got 2, and then we got 2 more once they did the restock, and we're planning to get 4 more, hopefully, at some point. If they stay in stock,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes, because 8 is actually the basic unit.
I like
Anyway.
the sandals.
Yeah, the sandals were cool. And also, you can take off this and you can have fully printed. It's just awesome. So anyway, that's the first thing. $45, a little bit pricey, but yeah. Alright, we're gonna look we're gonna look at the Porta, which is the cheapest one. Coming in at $915. They don't really have as many pictures as I would have liked, because they don't even show the interior in the pictures on this. Brickmania, like I said, design team, marketing team, can help you guys out. Anyway.
For a small fee, right? Just a little.
Okay, I'm putting this out there. If you send me one of these kits now, before the design team goes, no, we're not going to send you. We're not what? Yeah, it's out of stock. I know. Anyway, but just send me one, and I'll review it. I'll take good pictures of it, and I'll put them on your site, and then I'll send the kit back. All right, so then you can resell it on eBay. Do whatever you want to do. All you're missing out is one thing. Anyway, you get this custom Archer minifigure, which is beyond awesome, and they say they will not ever sell this again, just besides with this kit.
Chainmail's kind of cool looking.
Chainmail is very, very cool.
Yeah.
And how the detail fits together, awesome. Yeah. And also a custom 3D printed helmet there. So that's awesome. So that's the minifigure. Now, is a $915 minifigure? No.
The minifigure?
No, I'm kidding. No, you get the minifigure and this.
The minifigure comes with
Yeah.
that. Okay.
So anyway, so what do you think about this build? Now, I know you can't really tell much from the pictures, but there's a full interior in there.
Yeah.
So I personally, it's 4 pounds, just under 4 pounds, 1,500 Lego pieces. So if Lego did this, they would probably do it at $150, but don't let that deceive you, because they had to go on Bricklink and buy the tan bricks, which tan bricks are, I think they're readily available, but some of them probably aren't. Though I know those red bricks aren't. Those are really expensive if they're the ones I'm thinking about. So I could see why this would be not $915, but I would say maybe $800. The cost for them probably would be about $500-ish, possibly, once you factor in they, ship the stuff, they get it unpackaged, they have to sort through the bricks. Yeah, there's a lot of work involved, so I could see they probably spend about $400 or $500, and then they're reselling it for double, which that's a standard markup, in my opinion. So I can see how they got there.
So, if Lego did this,
They would never do
it
this.
wouldn't be as finished. I mean, they wouldn't have quite as many of the details.
They wouldn't have
right?
had the printing. I mean, you'd be lucky if you get one new print in this.
And then
besides the
also,
minifigure.
they wouldn't tile all the floors where it's finished looking, right?
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
So
those
you
kind
are
of
getting
details to me are important.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of detail in this.
Yeah.
So I will stress that enough. So if Lego were to do something like this for real, which they never will because they don't touch military stuff, which I don't blame them to, but whatever, brand values, whatever you want to do. I'm mad at Lego because they don't do that. But they would probably charge like $300 if they were going to do something like this. It's that detailed, lots of new prints, stuff like that. So, anyway, you can read that if you want to. You can pause it and read it.
Wait, what's that?
But this is another picture, which is very cool. Love the rendering, camera guy. I know you're probably behind this. Possibly Amanda, I'm not sure. But one of you two are behind that, and I like it.
Yeah, that looks cool. I thought it was a real, like, a picture of the actual building that they...
That's definitely not that's a render. I can tell by the shades.
Yeah.
And also how they did that and stuff. It's definitely a render. Anyway, additional elements not included. Anyway, but you can see the Porta Casa Prince... I know I just heard it, but that word and that word. You see those 4? Those are the 4 kits. So you can see there's only 25 kits and then 10 kits of the last 2. So very, very cool. Very, very exclusive. So we're going to take a look at the next set for this video, not to get long. But generally, a thumbs up on the design. Thumbs up?
Definitely.
Thumbs down on the price tag?
No. No.
I would go sideways on the price tag. I could see it being $100 less and being a lot more reasonable, but I understand that, they got to make a profit. And
I mean, if it weren't for the interior detail stuff, definitely not. But there's
there's a lot of detail. Yeah.
And there's 3 levels of detail, I'm assuming. So, yeah.
I'm not sure if there's too much detail in that one, but definitely that one I saw the interior in that one too. So anyway, I would say thumbs this way for the price, definitely a thumbs up for the design, and yeah, we're going to move on to the next one. So this video won't be a half a millennium. Alright, so the next one I'm going to take a look at is the second most expensive. Or, no, second least expensive, sorry. This is the only one that I would actually even consider buying. For a couple reasons. One reason is I want the barracks so I can put my 8 men and my soldier, my Centurion guy, in a space. And I don't have the Centurion right now because it only comes in the set. But I want to have, like, that all complete, because I feel like if I have 8 soldiers and I have a general, I need a barracks.
So I have a question.
Yes.
The part that's in color, that's
what you get.
That's the set, and the rest of that is just like
add-on. You get the design for.
Okay, so you buy the parts.
You can buy the parts. Yes, that's what's really cool too, and that's what I would do. Yeah. Anyway, so a lot of detail on the front, of course. If it will load. Just a lot of detail. You get that printed element right there. The not hieroglyphics. Sorry, the paint.
Tapestry is what it looks
probably like. Tapestry, yeah. You see that shelf and Smokey. Why are you trying to bite me? Anyway, you get shutters as well, and I'm pretty sure those are all printed. You can't really see them, but they're there. And you also have printing, like that wood grain is the wood grain printing. As we come in here, I don't know why they blacked it out. Don't ask me why. I mean, I get it. It looks cool, but I wish they would have colored it as well, because then you can see more of the detail. But anyway, but yeah, there you go. So all
the
that's
Centurion got all of this whole space.
So this, if you're paying attention to the video, Emily, this would be the tent house, and that means
that's where the 8 people, and then the one guy by himself.
That would be the general.
But that was both of the rooms?
Sorry.
I thought it was just one of the rooms, but it's both of the rooms.
That's both of the rooms. So he
got the whole
he's living life. I mean, he's commanding 100 men, so and especially 100 men at that time is a lot more men than today. I mean, not physically, but the weight that carries was a lot bigger back then. So, but that's Roman times for you. So, as you can see, all those are bunk beds, which means they ate. I believe that maybe it's just a little room they can put their weapons up. I'm not really sure. And then that's kind of the porch area, as I'll call it, because it is a porch. There's no roof over it. Well, there is a roof, but it's open air. But anyway. Yeah. And then this is the quarters of the Centurion Master guy. I don't remember his name. I'll take a look at him here in a second. But just really cool. And there he is in his table, which, I mean, look at that. I mean, that is just, everything really here is included. I mean, like, look at that detail. I mean, just that's printed, all the wood grains printed. They even printed on the jumper plates right there, which is just incredible. So, Smokey, why do you continue to tear up stuff? But here we go. Here's the major exclusivity of this set. The Centurion guy. Look at that. Textured printing on all those badges. Wow. I mean, that's just crazy detail. You get a cape, this awesome looking helmet there. I mean,
like how his shoes look too.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's got depth to it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just the coloring and the texture and how all this just is just. I'm speechless. I mean, it's like literally, I'm looking at heaven right here.
So, since you know so much about history and everything, is his hairbrush head there? What was that? Was it literally like bristles?
I believe so. Yeah, it was bristles. Like,
I mean,
not actual bristles.
I'm sorry. This looks to me like you could take it off, flip it upside down, and like stick a mop on it and like sweep the floor with it. But
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what they look like. So,
yeah.
So, it's not anything they did to make it look that way. This is how they looked.
I'm pretty sure it was kind of to signify that this guy's in charge. I'm pretty sure is how it was. Those are all the pictures. Like I said, Brickmania design team, marketing team. You can get me hooked up, and I can get you guys hooked up. Anyway, but $1,475.
That seems a little steep for. I mean, if you got a few more of the sections, I could see that, but just
you're getting 2,000 Lego parts, and
of
a ton of that is printed.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think this is honestly working. And also the dark red roof, you get the complete dark red roof.
Yeah.
I think they're just showing that to show the interior.
Right, yeah.
It would have been better if they would have taken separate pictures. Just saying. Anyway, but 4.2 pounds worth of bricks, and like 1/4 that's printed. I mean, like, I think I'm still $1,475 for any Lego set, especially a 2,000 piece set, is kind of ridiculous. There's no way really you can slice it, but at the same time, I understand that custom parts take a long time to design. It takes a lot. Yeah, well.
The brooms included.
Hey, it's just worth it. I mean, they need to add a whole thing, like broom included. Anyway, but it's very cool.
They're probably not going to like that very much, are they?
No.
You can add it on. Oh, look at the tapestry. Oh, look at the tapestry. I didn't see it.
That's the same set.
I mean, I didn't notice it before.
Oh, okay.
It's like a black.
There's a total of 25 of these ran, and there's currently only 7 left.
Wow.
Yeah. If anybody would like to go and have these with me, I don't know. Anyway, it's really cool. And this is the only one that I would even consider buying because it's remotely close. Remotely, with a grain of salt, it's not close, but this would be the only one that I would even consider trying to pick up. The other one is just not too detailed, and I can't see the interior of it well enough to know, yeah, this is worth my money or not. This is the only one that I can tell. So, what do you think? Final thoughts on this set?
I mean, I do think it's overpriced.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially coming from your limited viewpoint of stuff, you haven't been to their headquarters. You haven't seen the process of what they do, and I have.
Yeah.
I've been privileged to have that, so, yeah, I mean, this is kind of an outsider's perspective on things, if you will. So, let's go to the next set. This is whopping $2,325. Now, a lot of money. I mean, like, literally 20% of a car. I mean, I guess 10,000 isn't really a car these days, but it's still a lot of money. Well, a used car.
You remember the days when they were, huh?
Yes, I do. I remember when Dave bought his car for around $10,000.
I guess it was used, but
it was used. Anyway, okay. So first, let's just look at the minifigures. Holy crap! I love the minifigures. I love the bear. That bear design. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, like, just amazing. And the printed detail on this guy is awesome. Little dagger. And
kind of wish they would have just given him a dagger, though.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Anyway, and then also this guy. Just awesome. I have never seen that color. I assume it's gold.
It looks, yeah, it's gold.
But I wish that would have come across more than, because the pearl gold that Lego has is different than that. Anyway, still very cool in the bear. I mean, I love the bear thing. It's just awesome. So this is the set in its entirety. Now you're getting, before people gawk at this, $2,325. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I won't argue with you there for any Lego set. I don't know why people have gotten this out of stock. Okay, so you have to think about this for a second. 10 people have bought this set. I don't know where humanity's going, but I'm glad for Brickmania because they're definitely getting $20,000 off this. But, like, 10 people have bought this thing. Now, you get 4,568 pieces, which is more than the Death Star, for comparison. Remember the Death Star we built? Mm-hmm. That one? Well, it's over
I'm
600
just
more
wondering
pieces.
if boughten is like
Boughten,
the past
yeah.
perfect tense of the verb, or is that like... Anyway.
She's an English
No. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, but...
Totally got your way off track there, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's fine. You get 4,568 Lego parts, which is huge. You get 3 minifigs. Where's the other minifig? You show us 2. You get 2 of each? I mean, sorry. You get 2 of one?
I don't know.
Those are those other figures.
What's that one up there? Is that...
Oh.
I can't tell.
Oh my god, I think it's Nero. Oh, that'd be so cool. I think it might be Nero, but it kind of looks like Nero.
That's really nice detail.
Yeah, but like all that's printed.
All those printed elements.
And I think there's more printed stuff. Like,
nice.
you know, so that's still definitely not going to be picking that
You got to
up.
admit, they did a great job with the picture here with the lights coming through the window.
Yes, well, that's a
awesome.
rendering. So.
Well, that's really
But
cool.
they really
know you could do
good
that
job.
rendering.
Oh, Emily. Whew. Do you know how they make the Disney films?
I doubt they have the same team.
I don't think they have the
Disney
same team, but they
films.
probably have the same program.
Maybe.
That was probably made in Blender, would be my guess, and I can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I wanted to.
Well, it's nice looking.
And if I had
It's
10
very
hours
natural
of my
looking.
life.
I mean, it looks real.
Yeah, no, it was great. The textures that he did was really good, and I really wished I knew how to do textures like that. But anyway, so 4,568 Lego parts in this, a ton of printed stuff. I wish they would include how many, one exclusive, if it would be available standalone. Anyway, I just wish they would mention how much stuff is in there. But anyway, you get a 1 Roman trumpet, 1 standard barrier, and 1 Roman statue. Okay, so they're counting that as a statue, as a minifigure, which it's printed, so, yeah. Alright, well, $2,325. Not going to be picking this up ever. Judging it's out of stock. So, Emily, final thoughts?
Yeah.
We gotta look at the Blackout Legend. It's awesome, but yeah, it's a lot. Now, for the grand finale, the biggest Brickmania set, maybe not the biggest, but one of the biggest certainly, is this right here.
$6,115.
Now, before people go, really, you get 9,000, almost 10,000 Lego parts, which is a lot, you know. But me and my dad, we recently were making mocks for Brick for Virginia, and I know these are different parts and stuff, but we almost got about 10,000 Lego pieces in that escapades of getting medieval stuff that we were getting and stuff. So, you know, I know how much 10,000 bricks are costing. I know there's a lot of differences in this, and there's probably different parts, and it might even be $2,000 for the parts for this. But still, it's not 6,000, I can tell you that much. Now, there is a lot of printed detail, which, I mean, like, you saw the pictures we saw. I mean, it's just a lot of freaking detail. So, you know, there's a ton of printed parts, but, yeah. We'll take a look at the minifigures. Now, these are 3 servants, which I personally love the design of this, just all the wrinkling and stuff, just amazing. I love it so much. Just look at that. I mean, oh my goodness.
They all look kind of sad.
They probably are, because they're in service. But anyway, and then I guess the wife of the house. What would be the technical name in Roman times? I don't know.
I don't know. Wife. I mean, why wouldn't she be the wife?
The kid,
the lady of the house, maybe.
The kid that looks like he's been beat up, and cool design though. The lady, the girl of the house, right? And then the commander, and this is the commander's family. He's the general, I guess, maybe, of the thing. I'm sure it's not general what they called him, but you know. And that other servant. So awesome minifigures.
Yeah.
And this is where they show the tree off in more detail. I mean, look at that rendering. That rendering's great.
Yeah.
I assume it's rendering because of how the light is and the shading and stuff that I can tell is in this, but maybe I'm not. So if you know if it is or isn't, tell me in the comments. But anyway. There's still 5 of these left. Now, Emily, they only made 10, so that means 5 people have bought a $6,000 set.
Bought.
Have bought. Sorry. 5 people have bought a $6,000, $115 set.
Yeah.
Let that sink in for a minute. Is it synced in?
Can.
Now, how much would that be? That's over $30,000, right? No.
Yeah.
No. 5 times 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my.
Yeah.
So, Brickmania is netted, or not netted, they've sold over $50,000 worth of Roman stuff.
I'm dream big.
Yeah. Showtime is my Brick Dime did a video about this, which inspired me to do this, but I did it with a different twist. You know, giving an outsider Lego opinion. That's her, by the way. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's 36 minutes. It's going to be a nightmare to edit.
Okay, then.
Anyway. Gladly you don't have to edit the videos. So, thank you for watching, though. Thank you for giving me watch time. I really appreciate it. Watch time is the key.
Brickmania appreciates it, too.
Not only for monetization, but for pushing other videos, watch time. Oh my god, it's the holy grail. Anyway, but thank you so much for watching. And yeah, shout out to Showtime's Brick Time for giving the idea for the video. It's not a direct copy, but it was definitely heavily inspired by him, so go check him out. Yeah.
Okay, are we supposed to do that thing?
I think we need to do something else when you're in the videos to give it some originality.
Well, the thing that comes to mind we probably shouldn't do, but... Sorry. I just couldn't help it. I've got to compete with the hashtag Dave the Legend. I mean, come on. Wait, you forgot all the stuff, all the what's it? Oh, I know what it is. Don't tell me.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, what is the stuff?
I know
Subscribe and like, but there's something else. What is that? No, share?
Yes, share.
Really? On YouTube?
Share. Yes. Okay. You can share it. You share it to through
you share it through other social media.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, okay. It took me a minute, but alright. Subscribe and like and share and turn on notifications.
Yes, Emily. Yes, we over have 250 people that turn on notifications. So thank you so much. You'll be hearing more from Emily because we'll have designer desk interviews with her. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.